go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Get to work.
All right, you guys, welcome back. We got a problem. We're gonna fix it. So, I'll show you a clip right here where we are smoking like the Batmobile.
Still boggles my mind that it's doing this. Like, why is it acting like the Batmobile?
That ain't gonna cut it. Never gonna pass emissions like that. So, what I ended up doing was going to the junkyard. I got a new turbo and a new exhaust manifold. I'm gonna get this one out of here. Apparently, all of that salvage and all that work we did to mismatch parts and get the right manifold with the turbo that works and all that didn't work. So I went and found the most busted up car in the junkyard with the correct manifold and turbo on it. Went and pulled that. So now I got to get this one out. I'm gonna spare you guys the grind. Basically, I got to get this out, get the heat shield out, get all that stuff pulled back apart again, harness out of the way, go down underneath, unhook the turbo on the bottom side. We'll get this exhaust out, get the turbo out, we'll get after it. Here's time it is. Let's get to work, people. All right, guys, here we go. So look at all that nasty oil sludge and mess. That ain't gonna do it. So we got the new one swapped over. I ended up having to reuse this exhaust manifold. Fortunately, it's bolt on, bolt off. So correct exhaust manifold, new turbo. I'll have to get like the N75 and these coolant hoses moved over and all that good crap, but oh boy. Alright, you cats and kittens, we're out of daylight, but the new turbo's in there. Hopefully that does the trick this time. I'm tired of getting this turbo in and out. Getting tired of taking this turbo in and out. Alright, that's it for tonight. We're running out of light, so we're gonna call it. Besides, I'm on dinner, so let's get to work. It's time for dinner. All right, guys, wait a second. Much better. All right, guys, we're back again. So we got the turbo back on there, and now I got to get the water pump. So the instructions say come up from the bottom and do it that way, but if I remember right, it's like right underneath of this intake manifold, and the manifold's pretty easy to take off. So I think because it's easier for me, I'm going to go from the top down, pull the manifold off, and do it that way instead of trying to come from the bottom up and leaving all this stuff bolted on. I'm going to look at it a little bit, and then we'll make a final decision. But right now, that's the way I'm leaning. So stay tuned. So going from the top down, there's quite a bit to take apart, but it gets us much better access. So fuel line's got to come off, PCV, we got some vacuum hoses, all of this intake piping's got to come off. We're going to have to undo all the couplers for all the intake, and some of the wire harness connections that go underneath of the manifold there. I don't think we're going to have to undo all of them, but just the ones that end up connecting to the manifold. So, I mean, it's a little bit more to take apart to do that. But like I said, it gives us better access, and being a tall guy, it's easier for me to work from the top down instead of from the bottom up. So, I guess let's get to work. We got a lot of stuff to take apart. Best part of doing this for you guys is when you forget to turn the microphone on. All right, so we got the water pump out. This is where it was leaking from. So this little flange right here, you can see it was dripping down the back side of the pump. So this is the flange where it meets up to the block. So if I come over here, right, so this is that flange. So you can see it was just dripping right into here and then run all the way down the front of the oil pan. So we got that out. I got a all aluminum water pump to replace it. Comes with some new O-rings. I got to double check. I think there's an O-ring in here for the temp sensor. I'll have to make sure and get that one off of the old pump because that was brand new. This is where the water hose attaches. We get the drive belt on there. This yellow cover is protecting the fins on the little fan for it. But then you can see all aluminum. This is where it meets up to the block, and then nicely sealed up here. So we should be good to go. Well guys, we're almost there. Took her for a test drive and we're still leaking coolant. It's even worse and it's on the front side. So for as bad as it's leaking, I think I must have forgot to hook up a hose or something because it's like pouring out of there. So we'll get her back up on the jack stands and we'll take another look from underneath and see where that coolant's coming from. I think we found the leak. Alright guys, there is no reason for this to be leaking. So look at that. That bore, pristine. This bore, pristine. The little coupler, O-rings are all in good shape. This thing was airtight in there. There's no reason at all for it to be leaking. I'm at a loss. I just can't even with this car right now, bro. Look at this. O-ring. Focus. This O-ring right here goes in this pipe that goes right here. Just bought a brand new one. Took that water pump out. Did some things no mechanic should ever have to do. But hopefully it won't leak anymore. And in the process of trying to put this thing back, O-ring splits. Now I gotta go get a new one. So we're held up on this for another day. All right, you hooligans. Take 3. So after a third try, we got the water pump in there. So far, no leaks. So we'll call it there. It's been quite the adventure. We're going to take her for a test drive again. Then I'll put that engine cover back on there, get her a full detail. And then, you know what? I think Silver Car is done. But that's a relief. End of a series. So, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share on your socials, all that normal stuff. Visit our website. You know where it's at. ihaveajosh.com. Pick up a shirt. I hope you guys enjoyed. Doing this step-by-step thing was quite the project, but you know what? We've already got the next couple of projects for the garage. We had a little surprise on the Facebook Marketplace. Some things fell in our lap that are going to make some really fun projects, in my opinion. A lot of work, but some fun projects. So stay tuned for those. So see you guys later. Get to work.